So school just finished and you feel like you haven't really done your best. The end of last school felt messy. It felt like you could have done more. And that's just skill issue. I'm just kidding. Jokes aside, I really hope you watch the entire whole video, because in this video I'll be talking about the different steps to prepare ahead in time for next school year. And with these you might even be ahead of others if you care about competition that much.
I do. Hey, you shut your ass.
Step 1. Write down all the important dates. Now, the last thing you want to happen is for you to miss an important date. Let me tell you, as a student, this is really the most important part. Being a student is to be mindful of the dates. Now, whether that be an exam, a big event, or even simply your enrollment. And I wish I told this myself sooner, because when I hit the first year of college, because I neglected the enrollment date for a summer class that had a very important major subject, I missed it. It was a prerequisite for pretty much a major subject for the next school year, so I couldn't take it. All simply because I wasn't diligent enough. And having a simple oversight like this can cost you thousands of dollars of tuition, so I really implore you to be diligent with dates. You could email your school and ask them for a school calendar so you could jot down everything. Now, I recommend you write down all the important dates down, and I would highly recommend getting a calendar, whether that be a digital calendar or a physical one. What matters is that you track the dates. Step 2 is to organize your upcoming subjects. Now, having a general idea of what you're going to be taking or tackling next year is, trust me, very, very useful. Now, having a general scope of what you'll be learning is quite beneficial, especially when taking these subjects, because if you go raw with no rubber into your subjects without really knowing what you're in for, you'll have a hard time adjusting. I hope you don't get what I was referring to with that joke, but anyway, for example, last semester I took microbiology, which required me to memorize so many types of bacteria and fungi, and the naming, it was, my god, there was so much to memorize, that amount of nomenclature. So if I just had known in advance what I was going to be memorizing, I would prepare myself in advance. I would have had a better grasp of what I would be learning if I knew what was coming, and I would have read in advance as well, which brings me to my next point. Step 3 is to read in advance. Now this is not like a full intensive studying. I just want you to try and read in advance, or at least skim the material you will be studying. Now, this is so that when you enter class, you won't be dumbfounded and being trying to figure out what the hell you're learning. And I actually recommend doing this before every class. This is called priming. I'll be talking about this more in the videos, but basically when you advance read before your school starts, you'll build this momentum where it's like, oh, I kind of read this and I'm just building on that base knowledge that I have of this subject, rather than, oh shit, what the hell am I listening to? You don't have to worry about figuring all of it out while the professor is spitting out these information bits to me. So in summary, make sure to prepare your subjects and read in advance. So maybe ask your professor, or maybe ask your seniors if they have material of the subject, because I'm sure they possess the resources that could help you a lot. So make sure to ask or go around as well. You engage with people. Don't be an introvert like me. Like, embrace your extroverted side for once, and then you can forget about it. You don't have to talk to people anymore. I'm just kidding. Now, step 4 is to set up a task system. Now, I'm not saying that you should necessarily have to have a to-do list to help you accomplish your tasks. That is completely up to you. But what I'm trying to emphasize is that you should have a to-do list to help you accomplish your tasks. Having a system to track all of your tasks, even the simple ones and the finished ones, is really, really important. It will not help you be organized with the things that you have to do, but also let you know when you have finished all your work. Now, trust me, that feeling is very, very important. Knowing when you finished your work, because I know that even though we finish all of our work, I know deep inside of our minds, or some of you, you're going to be like, shit, did I really finish all my work? Now, you have multiple choices. I don't have a singular recommendation. It all comes down to personal preference, but you can do physical to-do lists or a digital to-do lists like apps, and it's completely up to you. I don't really have a number one pick. It depends on what kind of to-do list you want. You want a simple one? Do you want a really complicated one? Maybe you're traditional, you want the physical to-do list type. It's entirely up to you. Personally, I use my own university template that I made for myself for my university. I could log in all the tasks, link to my subjects. I can organize my subjects there and it will tell me how many days left I have before the assignment. I can label it if it's group works, if it's an individual assignment and all that kind of shit. And yeah, it's just a great template. I will be linking it down in the description. And if you need a sort of all-in-one university template that, you know, has this databases linked together, then go ahead and check it out in the link description. But yeah, I've been developing it for a while now, and yeah, I've been using it ever since, and it's really nice, it's really clean, and yeah, but in conclusion, get a task system. It's beneficial, trust me. Tip number 5 is to not focus on your grades too much. Yes, I know you want to get a straight average of 90 or an A in your grades, which is really freaking impossible in med school, but I really know you want that. But I'm here to say that while it's great to achieve that, try to be an all-rounder. Don't focus only on your grades, because that's not the only thing employers will be looking at, or colleges especially, and in the higher levels. Because everyone could get high grades, everyone could be a straight A student, but what really separates different candidates or students is their other hobbies or their other skills. And an analogy I would compare this to is like having a med student who's a really book smart 99, or a med student who passes med school but has experience in the field. Who would you hire? Obviously, you would hire the second one, because they just know the experience of working in the medical professional field and they just know what to do. Unlike a book smart person, while they're just really smart with the facts and everything, when it comes to application, they're just gonna start fumbling. So what I'm trying to say is try to enjoy other things while you're in school. I know it's gonna be really hard to manage your time, but I will be making a video about that in the future. But try to expound yourself, try to learn new skills, try to embrace your other hobbies, because life is just not about studying, you know. You have other hobbies. If your hobby is studying, then yeah, I'm good for you. But for everyone else, I recommend you try and become an all-rounder. Trust me, it will benefit you a lot. But please don't sacrifice your studies. Okay, that's number one priority.
Drop out and become an entrepreneur?
Okay, that's another topic for another video. But you shut your mouth. This segment of the video is sponsored by UGREEN. So UGREEN sent me their KU005 keyboard, which is a low-profile keyboard that is perfect if you want a simple, easy-to-use keyboard for work or for any use for that matter. Now the build quality is pretty well, it doesn't bend that much and it doesn't even take that much space. I've been using it for a while now and I really like it. It offers Bluetooth 5.0 connection or a 2.4 GHz dongle, meaning that you can just plug this to your computer and you can just start using it there. It even has Type-C charging. I've been using it for school, for work, and a lot more. It's perfect for productivity. And they also sent me their dual mode ergonomic vertical mouse. Now, as you can see, it's built with your hand posture in mind so that you don't have to strain your hand while using your mouse. It has Bluetooth 5.0 and a 2.4 dongles as well for connection. Uses AA battery as well. And even has a built-in grip, which makes it really comfortable to use. So thank you again to UGREEN for sponsoring this segment of the video. I'll be having the products linked in the description of the video. Now go check them out. And yeah, thank you again for UGREEN. Sorry for interrupting. Back to the video. For the rest of the tips, these are more like life lessons that I've picked up and I just wanted to share with you, because while it's important to have practical tips for college, it's also important to kind of know how to conduct yourself in this new life. So let's get started. Tip number 6. College is not a race. It's your own marathon. Now yes, while earlier I did say that if you want to get ahead of other students, then follow these tips, but I really want to remind you that you're not racing with others. The only person you're racing against is yourself. Now if you keep comparing yourself to your classmates or other people, while yes, I do find competition healthy and it's a good way to grow yourself and to sort of become a better, more competitive being, if you draw your satisfaction from comparing yourself to others or competing in that matter, I don't think you'll reach very far, especially mental health-wise. While I do believe it's important to be formidable, it's not good to rely on your competitive side for happiness. Remember, college is a journey and take your time. No one is waiting for you. No one gives a shit. So take your time. And lastly, my final tip is Don't think that you have to learn. Think that you get to learn. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to drink your water. Bye.